Hi Virgo. Today we are looking at April 27th, 2025, and that's the new moon in Taurus. We look at Virgo Sun, Moon, and Rising with specific messages for each. We'll look at numerology, astrology, and the tarot cards, and we'll end the reading with advice for your sign. And in the description box, I have links to meditations for each of these tarot cards that I drew for you today. So let's start with numerology. And the number for this day is 22, and that's a master number. And a master number is a master builder. 22 is a number of transformation and structure and making dreams a reality. And it reduces down to 4 and is about stability and foundations and discipline. So for Virgo, this suggests a day of deep reflection, emotional fulfillment, and a major transformation. This could be a day where you gain clarity on a big decision, perhaps about work, relationship, or personal growth. You may find emotional contentment, but also realize that something must change for long-term stability. So let's look at astrology. I'm going to look at 2 here. So the new moon in Taurus falls in your 9th house of higher learning and travel and spiritual expansion. So this is a time of major philosophical shifts, the pursuit of knowledge, and deep realizations. So the sun and moon in Taurus, your 9th house, you may be rethinking your beliefs, seeking new perspectives, or preparing for a major life expansion. A shift in your spiritual or educational journey is happening. You might decide to take a leap, signing up for a course, planning an international trip, or exploring a new spiritual practice. Mercury, that's in Aries. That's your 8th house. That's transformation, secrets, deep emotional change. So Mercury in your 8th house suggests intense conversations, deep psychological breakthroughs, or financial matters surfacing. Maybe you uncover a hidden truth in your relationship or realize something about yourself that changes how you approach a situation. We have Venus. And Venus is in Gemini. That's your 10th house. That's career, reputation, and public image. Your relationships and communication skills could influence your career or public standing. So, a social connection may help you professionally, or you might receive recognition for something you've worked hard on. Mars, you're in Cancer, and that's the 11th house for Virgo. So that's about friendships and social networks and future goals. So Mars in Cancer can make emotions more intense, but it also pushes you to take action towards your dreams. There may be tension in friendships or social circles, or a need to stand up for yourself. You could find yourself asserting boundaries in a friendship or getting serious about a long-term goal that requires support from your network. So let's look at the tarot cards. We'll start here with the Hermit, which is your card. So that's great, it came out. And it says, there is always tomorrow. So the Hermit, that's about introspection and wisdom and spiritual reflection. So this is a time of deep introspection, seeking answers within and self-discovery. You might feel the urge to withdraw and reflect and embark on a personal journey. You might spend the day journaling, meditating, or diving into a topic that has been calling you. Perhaps you step back from a situation to gain clarity before making a big decision. So here's your advice. Trust your inner wisdom and take time for self-reflection. Next card is the 10 of Cups. And it says, I can sing a rainbow. The 10 of Cups, that's emotional fulfillment. The 10 of Cups, that's emotional fulfillment and family and happiness. A moment of deep emotional satisfaction, connection, and joy. This card represents family and love and a sense of belonging. So maybe you reconnect with a loved one, have a heartwarming conversation, or experience a moment of true happiness in your personal life. Here's your advice. Enjoy this sense of emotional fulfillment. Appreciate the connections that bring you joy. And the third card? Wow, that's death. Not physical. Ease into what is, not what could be. So let's explain this card. This is about transformation and endings and rebirth. So there's a major transformation unfolding. Something is ending to make way for something new. This is not a literal death, but a symbolic one. It's shedding old layers to step into a new phase. So you might leave behind an old habit, an old belief, an old relationship, or a situation that no longer serves you. Maybe you quit a job, or you end that toxic relationship with that friend or lover, or undergo a personal transformation. So here's your advice. Embrace the change. Something better is coming. So now let's talk about Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, and Virgo Rising. Virgo Sun. That's your core identity. That's your life path and your ego. As a Virgo Sun, your identity is deeply tied to efficiency, precision, and service. The new moon in Taurus activates your ninth house of expansion, learning, and long-term visions. This is a day where you're being pushed to think beyond your usual boundaries, whether in career or education or personal philosophy. A Virgo Sun who has been contemplating going back to school or taking specialized certification might finally decide to enroll in that program. They recognize that investing in education or travel could bring long-term security and open new career doors. Here's the key message. Think beyond the small details. This is a day for big picture vision and strategic planning for the future. Virgo Moon. Emotional world. That's your inner self. That's subconscious reactions. A Virgo Moon tends to seek practical security and emotional control. With the new moon in Taurus highlighting your ninth house, you might feel restless or emotionally drawn towards new experiences that challenge you and your comfort zone. A Virgo moon might find themselves deep in thought about their spiritual beliefs or feeling emotionally unsettled by a book or a podcast or a conversation that challenges their worldview. They may even book a retreat or start a new mindfulness practice to address this growing sense of inner change. Here's your message. Emotionally, you're craving growth. Lean into it, even if it feels uncomfortable. Virgo Rising. First impressions. That's your external world and personal drive. With the new moon in Taurus hitting your ninth house, you may be faced with an opportunity to teach, travel, or publicly share your expertise. Your outward presence is shifting into that of a mentor, an explorer, or thought leader. A Virgo rising who works in a corporate setting might be asked to lead a training session, present at a conference, or take a role that requires public speaking. At first, they may hesitate, since they prefer working behind the scenes, but they realize that this is a stepping stone into greater career influence. Here's the key message. The world sees you as someone with wisdom. Step into that role confidently. Here's the summary for Virgo on April 27th, 2025. Virgo Sun, time to think big. Long-term education, travel, or career expansion is calling. Virgo Moon, your emotions are pushing you towards personal growth. Pay attention. Virgo Rising, you're being seen as an expert. Step up and share your knowledge. Final advice? Opportunities that take you beyond your usual routine. Growth is happening, whether you're ready or not. Final advice: embrace opportunities that take you beyond your usual routine. Growth is happening, whether you are ready or not. Here's a summary for the day for Virgo. It is a powerful day of introspection, emotional fulfillment, and transformation. So the Hermit, go inwards for wisdom and clarity. The Ten of Cups, joy and emotional connection are present. Death, major transformation is unfolding. Embrace the change. Here's the real-life takeaway for Virgo on this day. Take time to reflect. The answers you seek are within. Appreciate the love and fulfillment around you. Emotional joy is present. Let go of what no longer serves you. Transformation is necessary for growth. Trust the process. A major shift is happening. Step into it with courage. Here's the advice for Virgo. This is a deeply personal and transformative day. Honor your inner wisdom. Celebrate emotional connections and embrace the changes ahead. A new version of you is emerging. Step into it fully. Wow. Thank you, Virgo, and I hope to see you in another reading.